What if the vitamins you take every morning are slowly harming your body? Not helping, but silently damaging your brain, your heart, and your nerves without you even realizing it. According to a major study published in the Journal of Medical Aging, seniors who take the wrong supplements have up to a 40% higher risk of early death. That's not a scare tactic, it's science. In fact, one of the most common vitamins taken daily has been directly linked to brain shrinkage. Another can raise your risk of stroke nerve damage and even heart failure. And yes, many people over 60 take it every single day thinking it's helping them. So here's the truth. After 60, your body changes. Your liver slows down, your kidneys become less efficient, and your nerves more fragile. What used to be a safe dose can now accumulate, poison your cells, and mimic aging when in reality it's avoidable. That's why in this video, we're revealing the 4 most dangerous vitamins you should never take after 60, and the 4 essential ones that could help protect your heart, strengthen your memory, and even help you live longer. One of these vital nutrients, when taken daily, has been shown in a major European study to lower your risk of death from all causes by 36%. It's powerful, and it's likely missing from your current routine. So stay with me. Comment below and let us know where you're watching from. And don't miss a second, this could be one of the most important health messages you'll hear all year. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Let's dive in. As we begin uncovering the 4 most dangerous vitamins for seniors, we need to shift our mindset. Not all vitamins are created equal, and not all of them are safe after 60. In fact, some can quietly build up in your system, mimic the symptoms of aging, and slowly undermine your health over time. What's marketed as essential might actually be harming you. So let's break this down clearly one by one. Let's start with vitamin A, specifically in its retinol form. On the surface, vitamin A sounds like a health hero. It supports your vision, boosts the immune system, and helps maintain healthy skin. But here's the hidden danger for those over 60. Retinol is fat-soluble, meaning it doesn't just pass through your system, it accumulates. And as we age, our liver function slows, our fat storage shifts, and that means vitamin A can pile up quietly, reaching toxic levels. The symptoms, subtle at first: dry, flaky skin, a spinning sense of dizziness, vision that blurs more than usual, or aches in your joints that seem to have come out of nowhere. And it gets worse. A 2022 review in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that excess vitamin A was associated with a 25% increased risk of atrial fibrillation, a serious irregular heartbeat that raises your stroke risk dramatically after age 65. So what's the smarter choice? Skip the synthetic retinol in pills and multivitamins. Instead, go for beta-carotene, a natural and safer form of vitamin A found in carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and eggs. Your body only converts it into active vitamin A as needed, so there's almost no risk of overdose. Before we move on, check your labels. Anything over 700 mcg per day for women or 900 mcg for men could be too much. If your multivitamin still uses retinol or retinol palmitate, it's time to make a switch. Real food wins again. Next up, a nutrient that's often pushed on seniors: iron. If you've ever felt tired, weak, or had brittle nails, you might have been told to take an iron supplement. It sounds logical. Iron helps make red blood cells. But here's the catch: after 65, your body stops losing iron the way it used to. Postmenopausal women and older men are no longer losing blood monthly, and unless you have a diagnosed deficiency, that iron builds up. And it doesn't build up harmlessly. It stores in places like your liver, pancreas, and heart, leading to oxidative stress, which damages cells, accelerates aging, and increases the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's, liver disease, and cancer. Even more concerning, iron overload often goes undetected. You might feel tired, achy, forgetful, and chalk it up to aging. But beneath the surface, that excess iron could be quietly harming your most vital organs. If you're taking a multivitamin with iron, just in case stop and ask your doctor for a ferritin and transferrin saturation test. These simple blood tests will show your true iron status. Unless you've had blood loss from surgery ulcers or a known deficiency, there's no reason to take extra iron. Instead, eat iron-rich foods like beans, leafy greens, and lean meat. Your body knows how to balance iron from real food. And always look for multivitamins labeled iron-free if you're over 60. It could save your liver and your brain. Now let's talk about calcium, a classic example of good intentions gone wrong. For decades, calcium supplements have been marketed as the go-to solution for bone health in older adults. But here's the dangerous truth: after age 65, your bones no longer absorb calcium like they used to. The sponge becomes stiff. So where does the calcium go? Into the wrong places: your joints, kidneys, and worst of all, your arteries. This is called arterial calcification, and it can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Studies show that taking calcium alone without vitamin D3 or K2 increases your risk of cardiovascular problems. And the issue compounds if you're taking acid blockers for heartburn, which many seniors do because they reduce calcium absorption even further. So you're left with poor absorption, bloating, constipation, and a higher stroke risk, all while believing you're protecting your bones. The smarter path: ditch isolated calcium pills and choose whole foods rich in calcium, like yogurt, sardines, leafy greens, almonds, and chia seeds. If supplementation is truly needed, always pair it with vitamin D3 and K2 to help direct the calcium into your bones, not your arteries. Check your labels carefully. If your supplement contains 500 to 1,000 mg of calcium, and you're also eating a calcium-rich diet, you could be overloading. Your bones need balance, not blind dosing. And now, perhaps the most surprising danger on this list: vitamin B6 in high doses. This one slips under the radar because B6 is water-soluble, and most people assume that means safe. But B6 is different. When taken in high amounts over time, it can build up in your nerve tissue and become neurotoxic. That means it can damage your nerves, cause burning feet, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, and balance issues. All symptoms that look like aging or neuropathy, but are really toxicity. Even doses as low as 50 mg a day, often found in nerve support blends or energy boosters, can cause problems for seniors. The safe recommended daily intake: just 1.5 mg for women and 1.7 mg for men. And you can get that easily through food: bananas, chickpeas, tuna, and turkey. The key is moderation. If your multivitamin or nerve formula lists B6 above 5 to 10 mg, it's worth reconsidering. Because once damage from B6 begins, it can take months or even longer to recover, if at all. Seniors are especially vulnerable because of slower liver function and existing conditions like diabetes or thyroid issues that already affect the nervous system. So don't assume more is better. With vitamin B6, more might mean permanent damage. So there you have it, 4 vitamins that might be silently hurting you instead of helping you. Vitamin A in retinol form, iron without need, calcium taken alone, and high-dose B6. Each of these can mimic the signs of aging, but they aren't aging, they're preventable overloads. This is why smart supplementation is so important after 60. It's not about piling on pills, it's about knowing what your body can still handle and what it no longer needs. Always check your labels. Always question what you've always taken. And most importantly, start a conversation with your doctor, your family, or right here in the comments. If any of these shocked you, you're not alone. Share your experience below, or tell us which vitamin you're cutting back on starting today. And stay tuned, because in the next part of this video, we'll flip the script. We're diving into the 4 most important vitamins you absolutely should take daily after 60, the ones that support your memory, your energy, and even your lifespan. You won't want to miss it. Now that we've exposed the 4 vitamins that could quietly sabotage your health after 60, it's time to turn the page and focus on what your body truly needs. Because the good news is, aging doesn't have to mean decline. With the right nutrients in the right form, you can support your brain, protect your heart, strengthen your muscles, and restore your energy. These next 4 vitamins aren't just helpful, they're essential. Let's start with one of the most overlooked yet most powerful minerals in the aging body: magnesium. By the time you're 65 or older, your body's magnesium levels have likely dropped significantly, and not just from diet. Common medications used by seniors, such as blood pressure pills, diuretics, and acid blockers, strip magnesium from your system without warning. Add that to poor absorption from aging digestive tracts, and you've got a recipe for deficiency. The symptoms, they creep in: slowly leg cramps, restless sleep, anxiety, irregular heartbeat, and even elevated blood sugar. Many seniors think it's just part of getting older, but often it's your body crying out for magnesium. This humble mineral supports over 300 enzyme systems in the body. It helps regulate nerve and muscle function, keeps your heartbeat steady, and plays a key role in blood pressure and blood sugar stability. Even your brain needs magnesium to fire efficiently and keep inflammation in check, which is why it's now being studied for its role in preventing dementia and insulin resistance. But here's where it gets specific. Not all magnesium supplements are created equal. The most common form, magnesium oxide, is poorly absorbed and often causes digestive issues. What you want instead are bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate. These are gentler on the stomach and far more effective, especially for seniors with compromised gut absorption. The ideal dose: aim for 250 to 400 mg per day, depending on your diet and health status. And yes, you can boost your levels through food too. Think leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, and avocados. But with today's nutrient-depleted soil and medication, use supplementation is often necessary. If you're dealing with insomnia, fatigue, or unexplained anxiety, restoring magnesium might be the missing piece. Always consult your doctor, but don't overlook this powerhouse mineral. It could be the silent fix your body's been waiting for. Next on the list is a nutrient that acts more like a hormone than a vitamin, and its absence could be behind everything from frequent colds to low mood to long-term memory loss. I'm talking about vitamin D3. After 65, your body's ability to make D3 from sunlight drops by more than 50%. Your skin just doesn't convert UV light as efficiently, and if you spend more time indoors, live in a colder climate, or regularly wear sunscreen, your D3 levels can plummet without you even realizing it. The consequences are serious. Low vitamin D3 has been linked to weaker immunity, depression, bone thinning, and muscle weakness. In fact, a major study published in the British Medical Journal found that seniors with low vitamin D3 levels had a 50% higher risk of respiratory infections and a 30% higher risk of death from all causes, including heart disease and cancer. So what does D3 actually do? It helps your body detect and fight off infections, reduce chronic inflammation, and repair tissue. It supports bone strength, muscle coordination, and even plays a role in preventing dementia and stabilizing mood. And yes, people with higher D3 levels tend to get sick less often, heal faster, and age more slowly. Unfortunately, most multivitamins don't contain enough to make a difference. While the RDA is set at 600 to 800 IU, studies show that most older adults need 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily just to maintain healthy levels, and in some cases even more. The best form is D3, also called cholecalciferol, not D2, which is less effective. D3 supplements come in capsule, soft gel, or liquid form, and should be taken with meals that contain fat to boost absorption. So here's your move. If you haven't had your vitamin D levels tested recently, it might be time. Ask your doctor to run a 25-hydroxy-D blood test. If you're low, and many seniors, start a daily D3 supplement tailored to your needs. This single nutrient can do wonders for your bones, your brain, and your immune system. And during winter or flu season, it might just be the best defense you have. Let's pause for a moment here. If any of this information has surprised you or helped you better understand your body, take a second to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to True Health Way. We create these science-based guides just for you to help you live stronger, longer. And if you have a friend or loved one over 60 who needs to hear this, share this video with them now. You never know whose life it could change. Now stay tuned, because up next, we'll look at two more essential nutrients for seniors. One supports nerve function and memory better than almost anything else. And the final one, it's not a vitamin, but it's the most powerful life extender in your daily routine. You don't want to miss what's next. Let's continue our journey through the essential nutrients every senior should focus on after 60. We've already uncovered the critical roles of magnesium and vitamin D3, but next on our list is one of the most underestimated vitamins when it comes to maintaining clarity, energy, and mobility: vitamin B12. As you age, one of the most important and often overlooked changes in your body happens silently in your stomach. After 60, your production of stomach acid begins to decline significantly, and this one change sets off a chain reaction. You see, stomach acid is essential for absorbing B12 from the foods you eat, like meat, eggs, or dairy. Without enough acid, the B12 stays locked inside the food and passes through your system unused. You could be eating all the right things, yet your body still isn't getting the B12 it desperately needs. And the symptoms of this deficiency are subtle but serious tiredness, foggy memory, pins and needles in your hands or feet, and even balance issues that lead to falls. It's often misdiagnosed as dementia, arthritis, or just old age, but the truth is it may simply be a lack of absorbable B12. So what's the solution? The good news is vitamin B12 is water-soluble, meaning it's safe even in higher doses, and your body flushes out what it doesn't use. But not all B12 supplements are created equal. If you're over 60, the best forms are methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin, taken sublingually under the tongue or through injections if your levels are very low. These forms bypass the digestive system entirely and go straight into your bloodstream where your cells can actually use them. The ideal dose for most seniors is between 500 to 1,000 micrograms per day, depending on your current blood levels. And if you're on medications like metformin or acid blockers, which further interfere with absorption, supplementation becomes even more essential. Ask your doctor for a B12 blood test. It might be the most important number in your entire panel. Because when B12 is optimized, your mind sharpens, your energy returns, and your balance improves, often within weeks. And that's a transformation worth pursuing. Now we've arrived at the final and arguably the most powerful nutrient for healthy aging: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. While technically not a vitamin, these essential fats belong on this list because of the profound, well-documented impact they have on longevity, brain health, and inflammation. In fact, a massive 2021 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed more than 42,000 seniors. Those with the highest omega-3 blood levels had a 36% lower risk of death from all causes. That's not a typo, that's real science, and it gets even better. A separate study published in Circulation found that seniors supplementing with omega-3s had a 45% lower risk of fatal heart attacks. But the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s are essential building blocks for brain tissue, heart rhythm, joint flexibility, and cellular repair. They reduce chronic inflammation, which is the root cause of so many age-related diseases, and they protect your memory, reduce anxiety, and help you age with clarity and strength. Unfortunately, more than 2/3 of seniors are deficient in omega-3s, largely because they don't consume enough fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. That's where supplements come in. If you're over 60, aim for a high-quality fish oil that provides at least 1,000 mg of combined EPA and DHA per day. If you have heart issues or chronic inflammation, you may need up to 2,000 mg under your doctor's guidance. Look for supplements that are purity tested, free from heavy metals, and ideally in triglyceride form for better absorption. Take them with a meal to reduce the chance of fishy aftertaste. And if you're vegan or allergic to fish, don't worry. There are excellent plant-based alternatives that provide DHA directly from algae. Omega-3s aren't just about living longer, they're about staying you longer. They help you think clearly, move freely, and protect every organ system that supports your independence. So let's take a step back and recap everything we've covered. If you're over 60, There are 4 vitamins you should seriously consider avoiding, not because they're bad for everyone, but because your aging body processes them differently. They are vitamin A in retinol form, unnecessary iron supplements, calcium taken alone without D3 or K2, and high-dose vitamin B6. These can build up, silently create toxicity, or worsen age-related conditions. On the other hand, there are 4 essential nutrients your body likely needs more of ones that actively support your longevity, energy, brain function, and heart health. These are magnesium, vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and omega-3s EPA and DHA. And remember, it's not about taking more supplements, it's about taking smarter ones in the right form, right dose, and right purpose for your age and health needs. That's how you truly support a longer, stronger life. Now I want to hear from you. What's in your medicine cabinet right now? Which vitamin or supplement surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's learn from each other. If this video opened your eyes to something important, tap that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to True Health Way for more science-backed health tips made just for you. And remember this, you don't need more pills. You need knowledge, and now you have it.